See, this is an old logging locomotive built for logging and coal mining. It is gear-driven and all-wheel drive. Way different than a regular steam engine. You see the design up here. Now it's all powered on the right-hand side. See the cylinders, the pistons and all that, the line shaft fitted? You won't see that on the left. All 3 cylinders are on the right, pushing those 3 big pistons up and down. And the pistons have a 10-inch bolt and a 1-inch rope. Spinning the cranks underneath, which rotate that turning line shaft. Now along that line shaft, you can see the big ring and pinion gears. All the wheels are solid to each axle. So his ring and pinion gears power all of the wheels underneath. So it's kind of like being stuck in that old pickup truck with the first gear all the time. You're not going to go fast. Our top speed's about 15, and we can pull up a grade. That's exactly what this engine was built for. Now her name is Dixiana. This is called a Shea locomotive. Dixiana Shea. Now she acquired this name from her last resting place, because it's good luck to rename an old engine from where you found it. She had been abandoned, retired, collecting rust and forgotten about in the overgrown weeds next to the old abandoned coal mine out in Dixiana, Virginia. We affectionately call her Dixie for short. She's our first engine, our #1, that arrived here in 1962. Started serving these rails here in California. Now, Miss Dixiana was originally built in Lima, Ohio, under the Lima Locomotive Machine Shop back in the year 1912. Same year the Titanic ship sunk. No relation. But she is, without a doubt, a 111-year-old workhorse, geared to take you up this steep, windy, twisty railroad through the mountains. Also, Dixiana in 1912, she was built as a coal burner. We don't fire with coal here. We get that thick black plume of smoke. You wouldn't breathe any fresh forest air. Not to mention we send you home covered with soot, ash, burn marks, scars from the hot sugars hanging on it. This engine was converted to coal. In 1962, when it was installed here, that room was swapped over to be an oil burning steam engine. We don't smell like French fries either. That's because we're actually burning recycled, reclaimed motor fluid from all of your automobiles. I don't know what we're going to do when everything goes electric. Welcome to the Redwoods, everyone. This is a virgin stand of old growth redwood that has never been logged. You're going to see some very large and very tall trees. Wonder where they got that phrase blowing off a little steam. Now this tree here dominating the forest is the amazing coastal redwood, which is the tallest species of tree in the entire world. The tallest living being. Now the coast redwood is more formally named scientifically Sequoia sempervirens. Translated from Latin to English, that means always living redwood, roughly. Now these trees are only native to one spot in the entire world, right here on California's northern Pacific coast. But why? Well, these big mighty trees, they depend on the cool, moist air here from California's northern Pacific fog belt. These redwoods need the fog to survive. And as a result, they're actually pinned back and they're standing on their last stand here where that fog comes in nice and thick, limiting this forest to an average of about 2 to 15 miles inland next to the Pacific Ocean, never much further. But top to bottom, it's about a 500-mile range of forest from north to south. And right after that big California gold rush, behind those miners, then came the loggers. They did not see big, beautiful trees like you and I. Nope. They only saw huge, gigantic dollar signs. These were known as the lumberman's dream by the 1860s, practically worked their way into it. very special about this property and its piece of the forest, because since the 1860s, loggers have been hacking these trees down relentlessly. In about the last 160 years, 96% of all the original old-growth virgin forest has been logged and harvested for its lumber. Only 4% of old growth we have here still stands to this day. This property was saved from logging back in 1867. Or anyone really thought to save a tree. This is the world's very first protected redwood preserve ever. And this is a Kodak moment, one of our most scenic shots crossing over Indian Creek Bristle here. 42 feet high off this forest floor, wrapping around some of our largest and oldest mature redwood trees on this property. Now crank your neck back. The top of these trees are sitting at about 275 to almost 300 feet tall. These big, wide, thick, stacked birchen ones are here. That's big mama. She's about 13 feet diameter at the bottom, and an estimated 60 tons of lumber in that mighty trunk. You can build many houses with that one tree. Now the average lifespan is about 700 to 800 years. That big one I pointed out is estimated to be about 1,300 years old. At the last stage, some of these trees continue to grow, stand tall, and in a perfect condition, and to survive when years old is 2,200 years, or perhaps even more. Big man up front, she's working real hard now, doing what she was designed to do. Listen as she bogs down and starts to feel the burn, and I know flamers are now sending this train straight up the mountain from here. Now this is what those traditional steam engines just could not do back in the day. In today's modern diesel electric and Amtrak, forget about it. They get it very close, straight, and boring. So we go for the struggle around here. The problem with a grade like this is the regular engines could not keep the traction. They'd be spinning their wheels out, getting nowhere at the bottom of this hill. About a 2% grade is about the steepest you'll see on any main line across the country to this day. So right here, we're working very hard on an 8.5% grade right here. Every 100 feet forward, we're rising 8.5 feet vertically. The power of fire and water at its finest. Just like the old loggers used to do it way back in the day. Now with that being said, of course no major trees were ever harmed in the making of these tracks, but this ancient private protected forest has the right of way. But this was built to look like a logging railroad, a replication of what it would have been like back in the late 1800s. The steep, sharp turn, LED tracks. Now you guys enjoy the scenery. I'm going to put the mic down. Please have those train tickets ready now, or we find out who has a hike from here. Tickets, please. Before it's fire. A lot of them have been through many repeated fires over their long life. It's been a while since this part of the forest had a natural burn, and they show the scars. Now their height is a big factor that allows them to survive it. It's thick, mature trunks. The old growth, most of the redwoods don't get branches till almost 100 feet up from the mature trees. That's where all the vertical stuff is. What undergrowth in the floor, that's what you will hear nowadays. But a big trick up their bark is called tannic acid that thrives in the redwood, also called tannin. Makes the beautiful heartwood nice and red. Same thing with the cinnamon reddish tint of the bark and much more. On top of it being really fire retardant, it also keeps the trees from rotting. Notice no moss, no mushroom, no junk on the redwood. They're almost immune to forest fungus and disease. Same thing with the bugs and the insects, including the pesky termites. They do not attack and invade the redwood. Tannins keep them back. And generally, the larger and older the redwood tree itself is, the more fire resistant that tree will be. As the largest trees have up to 12 inches thick of that fire resistant protective bark. That's a good 1-foot shield surviving that fire. Now to the left-hand side, take a look at this giant little pepper. That used to be the original redwood. Ireland corkscrew truffle. We would take a 360-degree loop across that canyon around these big trees. The low bridge is down on the left, and the tall bridge is just starting to creep underneath, up in the air on either side of the track. They used to loop directly over this side. Unfortunately, these structures got destroyed when they were burned down by arsonists who were never caught in the summer of 1976. Thick black smoke was seen all the way from San Francisco. It took 3 days to get this fire out. Now you see the trees are heavily burnt on their trunks, but they're alive and they're healthy, making great recoveries. Look at those lush green canopies. Now we did not just run out of steam pressure, don't worry. We ran out of track. It's a dead end. Keep your seat. I'm going to line us up to the next set of tracks and we're going to back up. Hang on, we're backing up. And this is our steepest section of track yet. We call it the ladder track. Now this is also the steepest section of any narrow gauge railroad track in all of North America. We're now backing up an extremely heavy work. She is flexing her muscles for you. Come on, old girl, butt.
Qué barbaridad.
Vamos a subir para arriba. No, ahorita vamos a subir para allá, ¿no?
Sí, te vamos a ir por ahí.
Sí.
Qué bueno. ¿Ya tenías miedo que ibas de regreso, comadre? No, pero donde veníamos era allá abajo.
Regresa y luego sube otra vez.
Thank you.
Look at that huge circle. There's a cathedral. Whoa. I want to host the wedding in one of those. They have one at the top just for weddings. This is one big happy family of two. All sharing one big mega root system that are all connected together with the roots. They're all genetically identical to one another. Now you see when a redwood sprouts on its own root, that little baby has the exact same DNA as the mother tree, and it's one. Big mama's hanging out right in the middle. You get all around when it's surrounding us. Now the little green shoots are called the fairy ring, the little baby. Big mature strands are circled the cathedral road. How this comes to be is, well, the roots of the oldest known living things we know of on the earth live much longer than all the lumber up here, as the redwood roots can survive up to 10,000 years underground, constantly reproducing one generation after the next. So the original loggers love the original old growth so much for it. Big, hefty trunks like that one. Probably about 1,000 years old. After many hundred years, the annual growth ring inside the grain of the tree gets super tight. That super tight grain of the redwood, all free of knots, about the best lumber you can find on the planet. Now we're going to make a brief stop up here. I'm going to go line that switch to keep this train on track. Now you hear a lot of that shuffling on the way down like you just heard. Chuck, 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 chuck. Well, that is our steam-powered air compressor for the air brakes. The locomotive itself is what's called an independent steam jam. Just the engine has a steam brake itself. The rest of the cars have air brakes, very similar to a semi. Now how our system works, the Westinghouse automatic air, introduced to railroading in 1873, and it's still used on most trains worldwide to this day. That compressor kicks on and pumps the train up to a full charge of air at 90 psi. That's no brakes. That's the brake shoes being held away. When we want to start slowing down or need to stop, we'll start reducing air a little bit at a time, using air reduction to apply the brakes. Now this was a very smart fail-safe system. If you were to uncouple and the train lost air for any reason, Get your cameras ready. After the stop, when you roll back out of the forest, we'll give you a good angle on that slowdown. Up front on the left side. And read the pictures behind the slowdown here. All the minerals that settle from the flowed water. The minerals get left behind. We flush them on out, flushing the sediment, keeping that boiler clean as routine maintenance.
Maintenance માટે અહીંયા લાયા છે કોને ને બોઈલર ને મેન્ટેનન્સ માટે અહીંયા લાયા મમ્મી ટ્રેન માંથી નથી ઉતરી નીચે જ
બીજું તમારે
Ready or not?
La que se caen a los vagones. Esos.
How's that? So they
Mira, amor, toma una foto acá. Toma una foto aquí. Esta parte, todo aquí.
Well, I'd like to thank you all for joining us today, steaming away with us to that beautiful redwood forest. If you had a good trip, my name is John, and I've been your conductor. If you didn't have a good trip, my name is not important, and you're on Amtrak. Now, when we let you off the train here, if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything like that, feel free to find me near the rear of this train once we deboard, dressed in black like a plankton. Now please keep your seats as we return back into town here. This is the most dangerous part of our entire journey yet. Back to civilization. Now lastly here, we're going to line Dixie Ann up under that water tower. You can top off her tender. She's going to take that wedding party up to get married next. So please pack your trash. Georgie's Cookhouse on the right there, a restaurant. Get a hot bite to eat, maybe an ice cream cone or a milkshake. And the general store is generally open. Their souvenir awaits on the shelf. Now just wait for the final whistle, please.
Wait for the final whistle.
All right, welcome back to reality. Have a great day.
Miel. ¿Ves? Sí le puedes dar, hija.
Walk it already, huh? You walk it already.
Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you, ma. Miel. Gracias. Yo usaba esas cuando estaba chica. Para los árboles.
Go grab something.
¿Ya te vas, ma?
The seas were all set up and now they're doing
Tenemos en tu casa. Pero tiene yoyo, trompo.
It's the real gum. Come here and take some of his gum.
¿No van a comprarse uno? Cómprense un juguete. Dale, Ara.
Ya me compré uno.
What do I do?